Having undergone the selection process and conducted interviews with a wide array of candidates, with Ben clearly emerging as the top choice, Bears chairman George McCaskey remarked, "General Manager Ryan Poles asserted we must pursue him, and one had to be prepared to act." Prior to this decision, the Bears arranged for an interview with Tennessee State coach Eddie George on January 19th. This action ensured that the Bears complied with the Rooney Rule, which mandates at least 2 in-person interviews with minority candidates, the other being Ron Rivera. Sources indicate that George's interview was scheduled at least a week in advance and represented his sole head coaching interview in this hiring cycle. A source close to George characterized the interview as a valuable experience that could open doors to additional coaching prospects for the former NFL running back. A member of the Bears interview committee rated George's interview as outstanding. If team president Kevin Warren harbored any uncertainties regarding the preferred choice of the team's fan base, these concerns were mitigated the evening of the Lions' defeat when he and his spouse, Greta, dined at Old Pueblo Cantina in the Lincoln Park area of Chicago. While watching the game on the establishment's large screen, Bears supporter Chris Stein sent 2 shots of tequila to the Warrens, accompanied by a note from Stein's girlfriend, Ryan Braun. The day following the unexpected playoff defeat of the Detroit Lions to the Washington Commanders, discussions within the Chicago Bears revolved around the possibility of sending their hiring committee to Michigan to demonstrate to Ben Johnson just how eager they were to appoint him as their head coach, according to a team source. Johnson, who has served as the Lions' offensive coordinator since 2022 and has been a leading candidate over 3 consecutive coaching cycles, had refrained from further communication after his virtual interview with the Bears on January 11th, coinciding with Detroit's first-round bye. Due to league regulations, Chicago and other organizations were precluded from arranging a subsequent interview with Johnson until January 20th, 2 days post-Detroit's season conclusion. Ultimately, the Bears' representatives chose against traveling, allowing Johnson to navigate the disappointment of being edged out as the NFC's top seed. Although Johnson had previously declined other head coaching roles in pursuit of a Super Bowl victory with Detroit, he now recognized that a transition was imminent. While the Bears sought to honor Johnson's need for reflection and privacy, a sense of urgency also permeated the discussions. There was a prevailing notion that Tom Brady, a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, was vying for Johnson's services. Even if the Bears did not subscribe to this belief, other coaching vacancies remained in consideration for Johnson. According to a source familiar with the interview approach, the Bears highlighted the significance of culture and the quarterback, confident that Johnson would excel in both areas, particularly in optimizing Caleb Williams' potential. The Chicago Bears are anticipated to reshape their roster in the 2025 offseason under the guidance of new head coach Ben Johnson and his team of assistants, a development that may pose challenges for returning veterans, including safety Kevin Byard III. With the 6th highest cap space in the NFL, the Bears possess the capacity to execute several assertive acquisitions in the 2025 free agency period to mitigate areas of need. Concurrently, Johnson's new coaching staff may also seek to replace some of their inherited starters with individuals who more closely align with their forward-looking vision. Moreover, the potential savings from releasing Byard totaling $7 million, to be precise, could facilitate an investment in the free safety position. In a recent analysis, Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox endeavored to foresee the landing spots of the premier talent at each position during the 2025 free agency, and audaciously linked the Bears with Miami Dolphins standout Jevon Holland. Holland is prominently featured in the 2025 free agent cohort and is recognized as the top-rated safety in both Bleacher Report's and Pro Football Focus's assessments, following a remarkable beginning to his NFL tenure over the past 4 seasons with the Dolphins. Although he encountered challenges with the Dolphins in 2024, Holland has demonstrated his value in both pass defense and run support, amassing over 300 total tackles and recording 5 interceptions and forced fumbles each season since his entry into the league in 2021. While Holland would cost significantly more than Byard, he is considerably younger and should align better with Chicago's long-term strategies, Knox stated. He should also be financially feasible, given that the Bears have $62.9 million in projected cap space. Holland could represent a strategic fit for the Bears if new defensive coordinator Dennis Allen envisions a different role at free safety than what Byard currently fulfills. Nevertheless, Byard distinguished himself among the Bears defenders during the 2024 season, finishing with a team-leading 130 tackles along with 1 interception, 7 pass deflections, 2 sacks, and 5 tackles for loss. However, he also missed 10 tackles and registered a subpar PFF coverage grade, 60. 5. Byard has 1 remaining season on the 2-year, $15 million contract he executed with the Bears the previous offseason. Yet the Bears could conserve $7 million of his $8.5 million cap hit for the 2025 season should they designate him as a cap casualty. Dismissing Byard would be an unforeseen move. However, it could provide the Bears with the financial means to secure a longer-term solution like Holland for the position. The Chicago Bears have the potential to make a significant move, igniting the organization's rebuilding phase while positioning new head coach Ben Johnson and quarterback Caleb Williams for substantial advancement in 2025. Acquiring former NFL Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett, who formally requested a trade from the Cleveland Browns on Monday, fulfills all these criteria. Garrett, who has accumulated 102.5 sacks throughout his career and is on a 2-season trajectory of 14 sacks, embodies the type of transformative talent in the front seven capable of redefining not only a defense but an entire organization. Although the Bears still require substantial investment in the offensive line during the forthcoming offseasons to adequately equip Williams and the offense for significant advancement within Johnson's framework, the presence of a disruptive player like Garrett in the front seven could immediately position Chicago as contenders in the NFC North. Bleacher Report NFL analyst Alex Kay compiled a series of trade proposals for multiple teams that should explore acquiring Garrett, including a significant offer from the Bears: 2025 first-round pick, number 10 overall, 2025 second-round pick, number 41 overall, 2025 fifth-round pick, CB Kyler Gordon Cleveland Browns trade, edge Myles Garrett. While this trade would compromise the secondary and involve the exchange of 2 top 45 selections, it may not be optimal for the Bears. Nevertheless, Garrett stands as a fundamental cornerstone. If the offense is adequately prepared under Johnson to make considerable progress and Williams achieves significant improvements in 2025, this type of audacious move is essential for General Manager Ryan Poles to consider in order to reshape the trajectory of the franchise. Integrating Garrett into the lineup would significantly enhance a Chicago defense that faced challenges in 2024, Kay articulates for BR. The Bears permitted the 6th highest yardage per game across the league and achieved merely 40 sacks and 11 interceptions throughout the season. Chicago already boasts one of the NFL's more proficient edge defenders in Montez Sweat. However, the 28-year-old experienced a regression, recording only 5 sacks during his first full season in Chicago. The combination of Sweat and Garrett would yield a formidable partnership capable of imposing challenges on opposing quarterbacks. A pass rush synergy as formidable as Garrett and Sweat could prove to be crucial for the defense, not only improving in 2025, but also positioning the Bears as consistent contenders in the ensuing years. Around this time last year, it was unequivocally established that Caleb Williams was the premier quarterback prospect in the 2024 NFL Draft. He was even recognized as a generational talent, with the Chicago Bears perceived as fortunate to secure his services due to Ryan Poles' astute trade with the Carolina Panthers the previous year. However, following just a single season in the league, ESPN has cast doubt on whether the Bears made the correct choice. In a recent redraft for the 2024 NFL season, ESPN's Fan Nation reporters revisited the previous year to assess how the first round would transpire with a season's experience in hand. Consequently, they foresee Chicago selecting Jaden Daniels rather than Caleb Williams with the first overall pick. This was a challenging situation as the Bears hold Williams in high regard, and should Daniels have played on the Bears' struggling offensive line under an interim coaching staff, the outcome of this selection may have been different, remarked ESPN's Courtney Cronin. However, Daniels led a 4-win team to the NFC Championship game, delivering one of the most exceptional seasons recorded for a rookie quarterback. He ranked 4th in total QBR, 75, whereas Williams was ranked 28th, 46-8. It is understandable. Patience has become an increasingly rare virtue, particularly concerning young quarterbacks in the NFL. Daniels' impressive rookie season was exhilarating to observe, yet it constitutes merely a single season. To claim that one season suffices to alter an assessment regarding a quarterback who was pivotal in persuading the most sought-after head coaching candidate in the NFL, Ben Johnson, to accept the position with the Bears is unreasonable. Caleb Williams was and remains the appropriate selection for the Chicago Bears. Cronin cannot be faulted for choosing Daniels in this revised draft. Indeed, she would likely encounter substantial backlash from those adhering to the "what have you done for me lately" perspective if she were to retain Williams as her pick. However, this does not alter the reality that ESPN's redraft represents an error, notwithstanding Daniels' impressive performance this year. Recently, Houston Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud was celebrated as the next major star following his remarkable rookie season in 2023. Yet while he exhibited decent performance in 2024, he clearly displayed indications of regression. This is not to imply that Daniels will undergo a similar decline, but it serves as a recent illustration of how NFL media may hastily anoint the next great quarterback. In contrast, Caleb Williams triumphed over significant challenges in Chicago during 2024, resulting in a commendable rookie season by any metric. He established the NFL record for the most consecutive passes by a rookie without an interception, and concluded his inaugural season by breaking multiple passing records for Bears rookies. Now, with Ben Johnson as his head coach, the prospects for Williams are exceedingly bright. To be fair, Williams did not fall far in ESPN's NFL draft reevaluation, as he was selected by the Commanders at number 2 overall. Yet for Chicago Bears supporters, that position remains one selection too low.